going on, guys? Mateo Potato here, back with another video for you. And this time I'm participating in something that I've seen going around in the community that the Figure Force guys started doing, called Figure Farce. I think Junkie Dave started it, or Zort Rider started it. I don't know. Somebody in the Figure Force community started doing it. And basically, it's a figure that you love to hate. Wouldn't have it if you could get rid of it. But you can't get rid of it for one reason or another. So my entry for this video kind of challenge thing is this guy. This is a knockoff of a Brave Combiner called God Max, and he's the top portion of the Combiner. I think his name is Sky Max or something like that. He turns into a jet, and he's kind of crap. The plastic is not the best, and he's starting to come apart at the seams just because he's not put together very well. His robot mode is just ugly. He's a big old pin for transformation right in front of his face. He's got these weird, really fragile shoulder pads that I feel like I'm gonna break every time I touch them. And his arms can do that. But that's all they can do. That's about as far as you can move them. He has knees, at least, but I don't know, this guy just doesn't feel good to hold. Got a little combiner bit here that doesn't want to sit flush like it should. I don't know, just he doesn't feel good. And honestly, the only reason I have him is because he came with the combiner set. His other two comrades are pretty okay. I actually put his car buddy, the torso for the Combiner, on my top 17 of 2017 list way back when. The other two guys are pretty decent, but this guy is just utter crap. Transformation is really simple, actually. You just push the legs in like so, and you flip up the tail fins like that. You fold his wings down, and you can probably already see where we're going with this. Straighten out the arms. Fold his shoulder pads down that still don't want to stay in place, and you flip up the jet, and there you go, there's his jet. Now this would be a pretty decent jet mode if not for a couple of things. Number one, you've got like the helmet for the Combiner mode just kind of sitting on top, and it doesn't look good no matter how flat you try to get it. Number two, the legs don't peg in, so they just kind of turn and flip and flop all over the place. And number three, and this is the worst offender, if you move it at all, the arms don't tab into place, and they are super duper loose. This guy by himself is kind of just trash. But we'll go ahead and get his other two buddies out here. And this is where this guy is actually earns his place in my collection here, because if you could just go ahead and flip his arms up like so, flip his jet bit down. Oh, jeez. The tolerances on this guy are not very good. You're supposed to fold the feet in and then flip the hands out, but the feet barely fit into the gap that they're supposed to, so it's like really tight and really scary to do. And then you'll end up with this, kind of, and then you just take his little hat, you fold his hat down, and it's lopsided. Yeah, this is the reason the guy stays in my collection, because he's the top half of this. But even then, like, the head portion is sideways and doesn't want to sit flush, and the hat piece just bothers me so much because it doesn't even sit on the head fully. It just kind of rests there. I don't know. But then we take this guy, and we take this guy, and there are these little clip-me-doos that go into the car, like that, and like that, and then you fold his shoulder pads down. I don't know why. But there you go. There he is as the top of the Combiner. Oh, I forgot. You gotta flip up the bird head, and now he has a bird head. Combiner itself is super neat. I actually kind of like this, even though it's knockoff garbage. But I like it. I like the way that, you know, everything kind of like comes together, and and sits well, but it's just the top guy that I have issues with. Like this guy here that forms the legs, he splits in half and his head becomes the gun, and that's dedication. And I like that. And then the car guy in the middle is just a good robot. It's just a fun transformation. He's a cool looking robot by himself, and he's really sturdy in torso mode. It's literally just this top guy. And the only reason he's here is for this mode. If I couldn't complete the combined mode, I wouldn't have this guy, because he's just garbage. But because the other two are really nice, and he's the top half of the combiner, I kind of need him. You know what I mean? This guy's just crap. These two guys are good, this guy's just crap. And that's why he, by himself, is my entry into the figure farce videos. So if you have your own figure that you love to hate or would totally get rid of but can't for one reason or another, make your own video. Shout out to Smosno, Junkie Dave, Border Dudes, Zorrider, and Rudy for doing this whole thing and starting this whole thing. So like, subscribe, do whatever it is you guys do, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.